princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about my January empties. I look atrocious in this video because my hair is wet. Like wet. If you don't know, my hair takes like a good fair few hours to dry, so I don't have time to let it dry today because I need to go to work in like 10 minutes. So I'm going to go through my empties as quickly as possible so I can get rid of them, because obviously this no longer shuts and I can't fit any more in. This time I'm just going to go through them randomly because that's probably just going to be the easiest thing for me to do today. I've only got one sheet mask in here though. This is the Healing Birds Botanical Face Mask in Elasticity Jojoba. I used this after my skin had an allergic reaction to a product and it was just very dry, so this helped to moisturize my skin really nicely. I don't feel like it made my skin more elastic or firmer, but it did provide a lot of nourishment and it doesn't trigger any allergies for my skin, so it was a really good choice and I did enjoy using this. I have two toners. One is the Marmonde Rose Water Toner. There's a little bit remaining left in my like little mister bottle, and I do enjoy this but not enough to repurchase it. It's just not moisturizing enough. It's nice to spray on my skin. It's lightly hydrating but not hydrating enough for me. The opposite would be true for the Nacific. This is the Fresh Herb Origin Toner. This one was very nourishing, almost too nourishing. Like I'd have to only use like 1 or 2 layers of this. It was really nice in the winter, but I prefer the Innisfree Orchid Skin Toner over this, so I wouldn't repurchase this, but it was a nice hydrating product. I have a bunch of hair care in here, which is why the box is so full at the moment. I tend to use all of my hair care pretty regularly and they generally empty at about the same time, which is pretty good for me really. So first up I have 2 shampoos, which is how I get through everything kind of like in the same space. One of these is a clarifying shampoo. So this is the Draco Clarifying Shampoo. This one removes chlorine and buildup. I did think that this did clean my hair, but not to the point where I feel like I would need to spend money on this. This is like $33, so I don't think it did as like an amazing job in comparison to just the regular shampoo. So this was the Draco Capek Color Therapy Shampoo, which preserves color and repairs damage. I think that this one doesn't make my hair feel dry, which is really good. Like my hair feels clean, but it doesn't feel stripped, which is really important, especially for like the bleachy bits, which there isn't very much left of because my hair is growing out into its natural color for the minute. I did enjoy this one. I don't usually purchase the Color Therapy Capek, I just usually get the regular Capek, so the writing is black. I don't feel like this did much more for the colour of my hair in comparison to the normal one did. I have the matching conditioner. This is the Draco Capek Color Therapy Condition, which preserves colour and repairs damage. This is really good. It's not better than the one that's not for colour therapy though, so in general I just think that the Draco Capek is really great for my hair. It's moisturising without being too heavy, so my hair obviously does have like a wavy curly texture when it is naturally dried by itself without me helping it, but it does turn quite frizzy. So this doesn't weigh down my waves, so they can still stay wavy if I let it. And my holy grail for hair treatments is the Draco Capek Intense Hydrator. This is a treatment for dry and damaged hair. I obviously love this, like I've gone to extreme lengths to get the rest of it out. It is fantastic. It works so well on my hair and it makes it feel really nice. I mean, my hair has a very coarse texture anyway, so it kind of feels like horsehair, but it doesn't feel like gross horsehair. So, I mean, it looks okay for the amount of bleach and length that it is. I've also got another hair care one. This is the Finola No Orange Mask. So this is an anti-orange mask. Obviously my hair is not so blonde that it would need a purple shampoo. It's more of like a honey blonde / orange, especially at the top where the fresh blonde is. I know you can't see very much of it because it's wet and it's darker coloured, but my hair has a tendency to go very orange. Thank you, hair. I love you so much. So I have used the Finola No Orange before. I have the shampoo, which I find more effective than the mask. I didn't think that the mask actually did that much for my hair. It was a nice mask in general, like it did make my hair feel hydrated, so I continued to use it, but it didn't put that much pigment into my hair, so I didn't notice any colour difference. This is the Argania Liquid Gold Hair Oil. This has been around for me for quite some time. I can't find like an expiry date on it, but I would say maybe like 4 years I've had this. And I just really wanted to use it up so I could get rid of it. I do like it, but no more or less than I like any other hair oil. It's just, for me, they're all very similar, and I'm sorry, the sun has just gone behind a cloud. It'll come back shortly, I'm sure. Next up, I have some cleansing wipes. These are the Look at Me Charcoal Facial Cleansing Wipes. I only use these for swatches, so when I am filming for YouTube, if I am doing like eyeshadow swatches, like I can put one eyeshadow on and then take it off with a wipe. I don't actually use these like to clean my makeup off at the end of the day. However, I'm not using any like disposable things anymore, so these are okay. These came with a boutique box. I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. They do feel a little bit stripping in general, but they are okay. I've just been using the like reusable cotton rounds. They're quite big, so they're like the size of my cheek anyway, so I think that the disposable cotton rounds do just as good of a job as a cleansing wipe, so it stops me from throwing out things unnecessarily. Then I finished up a cleansing oil. This is the Face Shop Rice Water Bright Light Cleansing Oil. This one smells really good and it removes the makeup okay, but it stings my eyes like no business. It's not something I would repurchase because of this fact. And I've in general just been steering away from cleansing oils lately anyway, just because I don't feel like it's super necessary for my skin at the moment. Because I have less acne and less scarring, I'm using lighter foundations, therefore I don't need to use as much effort to actually take them off. So I think I'll be repurchasing a cleansing oil, but it won't be this one. Then I've got another one of the Tem My Signature C Source Vitamin C Serums. I got maybe about like another third of the way through this one before it oxidized again. It does help brighten up my scarring, but it's so wasteful that it goes off so quickly, so it's not an item that I would repurchase. I have an Eliza Vicky Witch Piggy Hell Pore Control Hyaluronic Acid. This took me so long to finish. Just because I didn't like it that much, so I never really reached for it, which is kind of like the tough thing. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad, and I was so far through the product that there was no point in like giving it away or reselling it. The only gripe that I have with this one is that the actual dropper top doesn't go down to the bottom. So to get all of the serum, you need to like start to tip it out onto your hand. It doesn't have like a scraper top, so it is, you know, you can do that, but it's also really messy, and what's the point in having a dropper top if it's not going to actually be able to pick up everything that's in the bottle. I didn't mind this, but like I said, it wasn't one that I wanted to reach for, so I wouldn't repurchase it. I have an empty of the Claire's Rich Moist Soothing Serum. I really liked this. It's just very bland, so it made my skin smooth and hydrated, but that was pretty much it. There wasn't that many special things about this product, but I still did enjoy using it. I really liked the cream that went with this. I think the cream was a standout product, whereas this one, it was great if my skin would be irritated or need calming down, but other than that, it wasn't so special that I would feel the need to repurchase it over and over and over. But I also wouldn't be sad if I got this like as a freebie or like a free gift with purchase. Then I have another Nacific product. This is the Fresh Herb Origin Cream. I actually really enjoyed this one, although I didn't get to use very much of it because my younger sister used like at least 50% of it. This is a really nice thick moisturizing cream. It hydrated my skin, it made it feel smooth and soft, and that was pretty much it. Again, it wasn't a huge standout product. If I had to pick between this and the Claire's cream, both of which were provided for review, I would pick the Claire's over the Nacific. One, because the Claire's is cheaper and it felt better for my skin. The Nacific was more expensive, harder to store because this is a really heavy container, and I don't think it worked as well as the Claire's. That's pretty much it. And last but not least, I am getting rid of the Laura Mercier pressed powder that I have. It is ancient. It's not quite empty, like I've really hit pan on it, but there is still some product left. But to be honest, it's probably, I would say maybe 6 years old. And I think that that is too old for me to continue using. I would rather just purchase another one. And I feel like the powder isn't as pigmented, like the effectiveness of the powder is worn off. So this is going to go in the bin. I would purchase another powder from Laura Mercier if I could find them in my country. I do really like their translucent loose powder. This one is a coloured one, so this is in the shade Ivory, I believe, which is a very nice yellow shade. So I did really like this for making my foundations more yellow coloured, especially when I used it with the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC10, because the NC10 is a little bit more neutral. But yeah, there's just no Laura Mercier counters in New Zealand, and no one wants to ship to New Zealand. Laura Mercier, I just want to love your products. Why will you not give them to me? It's so unfair. Like, So that is it for my empties in January. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about these products. Let me know if you have any extra questions about them, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!